Today in VCT Pacific, we have two teams in very different placements within their group. You have Full Sense facing off against VARREL. And a Full Sense managed to close it out today. They make it to playoffs and are well on their way to really falling all the way through, perhaps to Masters.
I mean, it feels faded at this point for Full Sense. They have looked so very good with the return of Cruz into the player booth. So this is going to be an uphill battle for VARREL. Full Sense come in absolutely as the expected winner of this series. So VARREL are going to have their work cut out for them because they have been so very good. We knew how good this core was even from last year. Cruz moving over into the coaching booth. Yes, it clearly did expose some weaknesses with him right back in. And he's just slotted so perfectly alongside this young
Thailand, so it's hard to pick against them today.
Yeah, I see very few weaknesses for Full Sense right now. So this is going to be a tall order for VARREL, who have had 0 wins so far in stage 1. We were talking about how close they've come so many times, but we do see weaknesses in their agent comps and their style of play, their aggressive play style from Ascension that we still haven't really seen here yet on the stage.
He is
just gonna choke him up.
Yeah, strangling.
A tough day at the office here.
Could be. We'll start things off with the GraphNet lob over into lobby. Full Sense just already looking to click heads.
Pulling that lobby control with the GravNet. It doesn't look like they want to slow down anytime soon. Walking into the dark cover now. Zexy lying in wait, but as it fades, he's going to get triple peaked, and they just wipe the floor with VARREL. The pistol is already over.
Shredded to bits. LP's just wondering where his teammates have
Just
gone.
aggression, taking aim duels, wanting to run down your opponents, but with great coordination to back it up. Paranoia hits everybody inside A lobby. GravNet zones the attackers back into spawn. And if you think that your opponents as the Thai team in this matchup are not simplify some of these attacking side rounds.
And it's kind of what Achilles was saying. We saw that with Phoenix Hyunmin last week as well. This round, though, probably not going to have that same effect, especially with Jit Boys onto this judge. I know Zexy's still alive, but okay, it'll just be consolation kills for now. He's still able to spin around, get a little bit here and there with classics. Our eyes on those trips and traps, sonic sensors towards the A side as well. VARREL not seeing too much, thinking to aggress with run it back over onto B site. Just players from C-Link, though, from Full Sense, trying to push in with quick contact. Cruz will be able to get the first heads-up duel.
Didn't get it. Zexy up A, but will be spotted by the guiding light of Killua. Tries to speed up, but gets hit by the sonic sensor.
Still undetected for now. Killua could still come up huge and serve up more frags. There goes the third. Hello. Outside of the little smoke as well. He's going to do well to recover the spray pattern onto Suna. Last one remaining. Cinder. What does he have in store? No way. Okay, turns around just in time, but then you got to watch out for more players, buddy. Permi out towards the top. He does well to kind of bait and tap out a reaction. Tries to get the transfer onto Jit Boys, but it wasn't quick enough.
Cruz already with the Judger has avoided that recon dart nicely.
Got a little reaction with the Trailblazer coming through just to confirm. Seekers as well. Now you see every single bit of that. Just all the cabbages over onto A long, maybe a little bit more short as well. And that's enough information for Primi to go hunting. Cruz stays well to check as well onto that judge. And it was always a half buy from VARREL anyway, but
Everybody was so blind. I don't know what they got blinded by, because Leviathan still has his paranoia. Nice shot from Cinder. He's trying to pluck a few more guns out of the hands of Full Sense, but so far only Leviathan going down. Don't think that Full Sense are going to be too upset about that. Zuna on the off angle here, just trying to take one more gun away. And Primi going down does make things a little bit more interesting, but this is a very nice high-low constructed by Full Sense to close out the round. Up into B, but you've got the trip for safety and the reactive paranoia over there. Primi's ready with a saturate as well.
Boys is going to have to react fast. We'll see if they can actually delay and stall enough against VARREL's assault over onto C site. You'll start things off with Klaus in the fast lane. Primi peeks through, actually finds the frag onto Zexy.
Yeah, Cinder is still in play here on the lurk, in towards grass. Full Sense need to deal with him before they tackle this retake head on.
Slowly pushing across. Always potentials for trades anyway, especially because you got Cruz all the way towards the back end as well. Spotted out Cinder. Oh, and that just makes things a little bit more difficult for VARREL to hold on to it post-plant. At least they've got Hunter's Fury, though.
LP needs to hit some shots on the cross here, and you could see that VARREL were thinking about a wraparound towards grass, but it's being walled off by Cruz, and in goes that dark cover.
You know what?
As well as a convergent pass to clean out the site.
I think they still have it. You bank everything onto this post plant out from C-Long. You got Hunter's Fury, you've got an off, you're smoked off, sure, but surely you buy enough time away. Primmy's got slightly halved. A couple of shots from Leviathan, though, and that just might be enough because the spike was halved still.
If Cinder gets a little bit more damage done there and grass on the lurk,
oh my
couple
god.
of little small moments where if they traded out Leviathan, then that could have been a round for VARREL, so they're going to be kicking themselves. Una has to do a lot of work with the darts. They've got to really work their way in.
Right? Drone, check everything as much as possible, but now you're feeling contact from Paranoia. A little hinder here and there. The grab net as well.
That was his own teammates. And Cruz pushing them away. Leviathan's found LP, so unfortunately the two of the force hasn't sung out in the way they would have wanted. Zexy singing a different tune though. Nice little wall bang in towards Garage, and now you get the beat pivot from VARREL.
They've broken the trip, but Killua's lying in wait. First, the second. Come on, give it more. He's always been so good for it. Leviathan will have his little involvement as well. And then it's just Cinder. Just
enough. Killua is just dry peeking down grass on the Enid. Supreme confidence from this man. He does not care.
Because of that kill, they're not seeing too much other spots on the map as well. They'll check with a bit of utility in towards A. That's good confirmation.
Double sonic sensor. I don't think so, bro. I don't think so.
You're forced to slow walk into sight because of the sensors. Trailblazer might just keep you pinned down now. Oh no!
This is the saddest looking attack around I've seen in a while. They're just getting demoralized. Oh no. VARREL looking completely rudderless right now, just getting run at.
It's gonna be Primmy with an op this time, and he's looking to walk down C.
Misses his opportunity. VARREL once again looking to simplify and just speed up into C here, but there are kill trick. Oh, Class has hopped over it.
Is this going to turn into a firing range for Jit Boys now? He tries to track over onto Klaus, and then Leviathan just comes in, steps in, cleans it all up. Yeah. You know that emoji on your... I don't know, I use an iPhone.
What's an emoji?
I think on Discord it's the colon grimacing. The one with the teeth where you're bearing your
but that doesn't guarantee you success. You just look at that. Paranoia. The trip hits one of the players that Klaus hopped over by the Sova well enough, unfortunately, in that situation.
The dry contact just doesn't. Walking down again, he's got cover from the refract. It will expire. So a bit of a standoff while he hears the drone outside of Garage as well. Sits down, it's going to be LP sitting him down.
That's the start that they needed. Cages are up here, so you don't know what's on the backside of the site. Trip does get placed, so Jit Boys can try to punish somebody coming over onto backside there, but Klaus hasn't tripped it just yet.
What?
Good opener from Jit Boys, equalizing the numbers as the Cosmic goes up.
That was one tap. Well, Cinder trying to lurk all the way towards the back of spawn. Will he catch the timing against Leviathan? No. Cosmic Divide was put down at the very least. Might allow for Zexy to slip around the back of the crack.
Two more off of the run it back as the guiding light does push LP off the line for a moment. That's enough indecision for him to go down. That's another easy retake for Full Sense.
More.
Well, this is what, I mean, I've said it so many times. I feel like a broken record. But again,
I know.
They have gone into the server thinking, yeah, we're going to play such a sick attack. Like, here's all these cool things that we can do. But now you're playing a very, trademark dealt with inside a Garage.
Much more conservative approach. Just trying to fast flood back in. Look at that flash and the drop. But at the same time, Full Sense have already made it out of Garage. They're thinking to slink back in.
VARREL, Klaus looking for information, working his way down C long. But really, LP, does he make it in time to catch them on the cross? And Zuna is tucked in a very nice position. If this is an A finish from Full Sense.
No, it's going to come down to LP and how well he can receive contact. Double kill instantly. And then just Leviathan. It ended up with the spike over onto B. Now he has to play around it. Sets up the smoke and turns back around, snaps onto Klaus's head. A little bit of a check with the shock dart, but Leviathan has done well to extend distance. Sets up the crosshair placement just right. up against Suna. And then the 1v1 against LP. I don't think he's got any more headhunter rounds. He gets it down to half, tries to swing back, but it's just wild shots. A right-click whiffed. Leviathan completes the Red Bull clutch.
Very much his peak. This exact kind of round, you would see this guy playing controller or sometimes, you know, a bit of Teo, a bit of Enit, flexible Asian pull. This is why hold from VARREL.
Provided they actually
30 seconds left.
hit the utility just right. Got hot hands, I believe, or curveball already set up. Jump spot will confirm information. Then a couple of stuns and everything going in. Full-on collision from Full Sense as well, however. And they're starting to find kills. Premi, especially with the ability to refract out, just continues to find bonus after bonus. It's 2 left from VARREL, trying to prevent this from going to map point. Again, the barrier mash just becomes such a big obstacle.
I think you're safe here. Like, you are not getting back into the site. You've lost all re-entry capacity with the Neon and the Phoenix going down. If anything, VARREL are just looking for damage. LP badly wants himself a 2 at a force, but he'll lose the operator in the meantime. And Cinder looking for any more damage he can find for himself, but Premi just takes his head off. That's map point for Full Sense.
Even though the op was lost, at least LP does have tour de force for this round. However, this is where they really have to make it count. Otherwise, it's game over. Full Sense already breaking through into B site. They got a little bit of elevation as well. They sense that it's a little bit too hot and they will back out.
Yeah, they're just going to cancel. They baited out the Hunter's Fury and not quite felt comfortable enough. In the pivot towards Garage though, Zexy ready with the flash in hand.
Oh my god, it blinds Cinder. Second one sense, Cinder sees, he said, I can't see anything, give me the smoke. I'm into it. Premi though, will just hang back, aggressing after a bit of a delay. And then alongside Leviathan, they start to take names down outside of C. Leviathan steps up to the plate. It's just LP now, on a bit of a flank, undetected. We'll see if he can find the timing just right to turn things into 1v1. Unscoped, rescoped, and there he goes. Premi suddenly alerted to it. How does he choose to play in this circumstance? Holds the off angle. LP with a creep up. Just trying to surprise Premi if possible, but Premi continuing to jiggle and dance back and forth. He just recenters.
Off spawn with a one-way.
Leviathan hears footsteps around his shear wall as well. They will swing it together though, VARREL. A potential death spot for Leviathan as he gets spotted by the Haunt, and there go those kills. Premi will do good to continue pushing the issue outside of spawn as well. Hot hands and everything to try to stall and delay, but Klaus has made it past with high gear. Zexy as well. Just need vision, but there goes Cruz suddenly showing up from behind around the door. A little bit of a high-low as well around Waterfall.
Yeah, this is just looking like a cursed retake. VARREL, Premi hiding inside of the smoke, will close things out for Full Sense. Full Sense really pushed the issue. They hunt him down with a nice flash from Premi. And from there, it's very easy for Full Sense to tackle that retake. Great heads-up play for Cruz to pick up LP Sheriff and wrap all the way around through spawn to open the door as soon as VARREL come in for that retake. Very nicely coordinated. Great stalling utility.
Situation already with the Phoenixes converting to win rates right now. Okay, a little bit over-eager with the Bucky perhaps. And Klaus already slipped right past behind. Some slight flashes and misgivings, and suddenly it's Leviathan to try to keep things clean for Full Sense. 1v2.
Easier read potentially for a Leviathan who will get himself a nice open plant here. Still does have multiple Thorns in the back pocket as well as the Arc Rose. So he could set up a bit of a disgusting looking post plant here.
Very possible, isn't it? Especially with the Thorns really halting them in that choke. Sets up with the Arc Rose potentially as well. And now it's just VARREL's go. At least they have some initiator utility, but ultimately it all goes down to the contact. They will see it. Oh, but the flash. Oh, Leviathan!
And actually, great movement from Zexy. He satchels up into the one-way, so VARREL were very well set up to deal with that. Unfortunately, you can't counter-strat individual brilliance. These are the situations that it's very hard to pick yourself back up out of. Even some of the best teams in the world have a tough time with it.
And these guys are so young, except for Cinder as well. You can just imagine like the experience in their career. They haven't really had to deal with this that much. In the Korean scene back then in Challengers, we kind of talked about this a bit. They were pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
like top 2, top 3.
Yeah, they had a more dominant run in Ascension. Chipboy's in trouble here, but he's got a little bit of help. Nice fast lane. joined up with the rest of the boys, and Cruz, Jip boys all tap the heads. Movement from VARREL though, set up inside of the A site.
I don't mind it. It's a good read to reinforce the side that was slightly weaker, but then you've got to do something around it. Klaus, not too bad. Just colliding onto Jit Boys with a couple more flashes until he tossed out to block off the tree entranceway, but Leviathan still finding the trades. Zexy out with Showstopper now will shove them back, but Cruz has gone all the way behind.
Yeah, as VARREL.
I mean, VARREL had some kicks. You know, they took down Premium Jit Boys, but...
Well, I didn't mind their movements in the mid-round. Like,
right?
they had with a dark cover or something like that, just to be able to kind of make your opponent second guess. They didn't have a bad movement in the mid-round, though. I think VARREL really understood what Full Sense was doing there. They didn't sit on many needed here, though.
Starting to get a little bit aggressive after that confidence boost as well, perhaps, but Full Sense not willing to back down. Haunt and everything tossed into it as well. The flashes will contact, and then Leviathan to continue to swing. A double kill picked up just LP to try to collect if possible. Screen being set up, they walk right through, but he's unable.
Really just like 4v4 all in the same part of the map. But time again, Full Sense in these very tricky situations. They've been paranoid, they've been seized, they've had prowlers thrown at them, but they're still just fight their way out of a bad situation.
From the shadows as well. Either way though, Arsenal for this round, not really optimal.
Yeah, but we would have said that in the 2-on-4 quack.
Fair enough. Give it a good try. Leviathan still somehow managing to turn around, perhaps through an audio cue. Door still prepped open, and look at Cruz. Hey. Oh, he knows it himself. Leviathan's having fun. Look at the player cam. Zuna will get spotted out. You got Sinner all the way towards the back of Spawn, trying to find the right timing. Zuna, not too bad on the movement, but in all this time, the spike is still beeping away. Tries to go in for a ninja defuse as much as possible, but there's the spray. Zuna will be able to hold on to the rifle at least.
Yeah, sharp as ever. Game where VARREL is just getting obliterated. LP just wallbanged there.
Dude.
It's a little bit of a sloppy peek that you can't afford against Primi.
The bit information traded on both ends, but then goes the door push.
Yeah, it's an A fake though. There's going to be the walk back into C. LP needs to make sure he's got his head on a swivel here.
Overdrive popped as well. Suddenly the silent creep up, being held by LP, not too bad. Just enough damage. Cruz coming back through, but gunned down at the end. VARREL.
Yeah, still very winnable for them. 2-man advantage, 3 players, 4 players, all flanking through spawn.
Show us what you got. This is your chance. You've got everything set up for it. A full force in the retake. On towards Mount, but Killa pulls out the sidearm. Just Primi left. And you know what this guy is capable of. He's got a full kit as well. Slow creep. Try not to make a single peep because that could incite a reaction from Primi. But that's going to be the back exposed. Primi just holds down the angle, holds down mouse 1, slight intervals, and then the Red Bull clutch.
Push him over. It's crazy that he gets away with this much here. Should never get 2.
No way.
He's got 4 players running at him when he's blind, bro. And then, look, that 1v2 from Primi, that's just solo raise, and he smoked off his info angle to try to draw a rotation, and exactly that is what you're seeing on the map. Klaus is over on A. Cinder's interested now. A singular dark cover from Cruz is enough to pull a massive rotation from VARREL here.
At least Zuna still lingering around this B spot. Unfortunately, the Nightfall will shove him off, though. If he gets somehow 1 kill around this situation, it just might be enough to keep VARREL in this fight. Cruz on the lurk gets taken out, and then the spike slowly getting planted back in. There's too much cover. Zuna cannot make a move. LP will hunker down over onto C, gets 1 away. And Zuna just continues to trail back. Overdrive popped, and he gets absolutely blazed. Just a bit of a retake out from Baby Door as well. Smokes, relay bolts, and right underneath, but the overdrive is too darn good. At least Killua gets cooked alive by the snake bite, but then it's a 1v1. And he just swings! Full headshot right into LP's skull!
Nice stuff from VARREL. They were in full control of that round. They were 4 on 2, and someone got 4. They just couldn't clean up Jit Boys. That's individual brilliance once again from a
ลองดันนิดเอมากครับอุ้ยมีเสียงเฟรเดอร์ดังลั่นมาครับแต่ว่าถอยเอาไปก่อนแล้วเป็นเซ็กซี่เอาไปเปิดเลเวลทานในซีเรียบร้อยครับเอารอกระบอกเดียวนี่ครบจบเลยครับ
แล้วเข้ามาแล้วเรียบร้อยนะคะโอ้โหแล้วต้องรีเทคแบบที่เสียเปรียบตัวผู้เล่นโอเวอร์ไดรฟ์มาแล้วแต่มาพร้อมกับไนท์ฟอล
ไนท์จีมาไนท์ฟอลเติมต่อครับตัวนี้คลอสเจ็บหนักมาหูดับด้วยเราจิตบอยจีขวาก่อนเช็คให้ไซส์ให้เรียบร้อยแล้วจะขอจุ่มไหมยังจุ่มไม่ได้ยังจุ่มไม่ได้โอ้โหไนท์ฟอลเติมต่อจิตบอยกู้ไม่ได้แฟลชมา1ทีจากพิมมี่พาวเลอร์ส่งไปไนท์ฟอลมาลดเลือดเล็กน้อยติดตัวเบลสแต่ว่าจิตบอยถอนหลังไปแล้ว
โอ้โหแล้วไม่เสียเวลาเยอะและเรียบร้อยตัวลิงได้ไปเฮ้ยแต่ว่ากู้ขอเครื่องนึงเฮ้ยพี่ทีมขวาผู้บ้านพี่ทีม
ว้าวทำได้โอ้เด้ทำได้โอ้โหคนจริงเขานั่งจุ่มสบายท่านผู้ชมครับน้องๆครับ
ที่พี่สควอตทุกวันเนี่ยเพื่อการนี้เลยนะ
เพื่อนั่งจุ่มโดยเฉพาะแล้วดูทั้งน้องๆก็ช่วยรับพี่ทีมอย่างเต็มที่สุดท้ายทำได้จริงๆครับ
มีคนจิตอาสาก่อน
โอ้โห
โอเวอร์ไทม์มาท่านผู้ชมโอ้โหกลับไปหน้าเอแทน
อุ้ย
เลวิโอ้โห
เอาอีกแล้วดิ
ใจเองได้เขาเห็นครับเขาเห็นแล้วครับปล่อยแล้วครับทางด้านของ LP
บอกขอแค่ข่าวก็พอนะคะยังไม่อยากตัดอะไรตอนนี้รอรีเทคค่ะเฮ้ยแล้วจิตบอยยังดีที่จิตบอยกลับเพราะว่าตรงกลางเยอะเหลือเกิน
แล้วครูดาร์คโคเวอร์บังประตูไว้เลยครับให้น้องๆไปเคลียร์ด้านหลังก่อนครูโหลดเล่นให้ลองครูเล่นให้สแตมเคลียร์ไปแล้วไปดักทำด่านดักเลยครับตรงนี้มา LP จะเลิกที่รถตามกับจิตบอยลากเซ็กซี่ไปได้
3 คนเท่านั้นค่ะวอร์เรลในตอนนี้ในการรีเทคกิโลจะไล่ไปแต่ถอยกลับมาแล้วหนัวไปหมดเลยแต่พิมมี่ก็ต่างคนต่างแลกเทรดแล้วเหลือแค่2 คนไม่เหลือแล้วเป็นฟูเซนได้ไป13-12แมตช์พอยต์บ้าง
เอาแก้ก่อนหรือเปล่าอะไรครับฟูเซน
ค่ะหรือว่าจะปล่อยให้โมเมนตัมไหลหรือเปล่าคือขอวิเคราะห์ข้ามไปตั้งรับเลยนะคือตั้งรับที่เขาได้มามันเป็นดาวที่แบบโปโนเฟกบ้างล่ะหรือว่าเป็นพิมมี่แบบกับจิตบอยบ้างล่ะ
ใช่ครับ
คือมันต้องลุ้นหนักมาก
แต่ว่าเวลาพอเห็นเลยว่ามาเลยครับดาร์คว่าเจอไปก่อนฟาสเลนขวางมายังนิ่งยังเงียบตั้งด่านรอครับฟูเซน
เอาเลยตอนนี้ดักหัวมุมต่างคนต่างดักเอาจริงวาเรลก็รู้เหมือนกันนะแล้วแฟลชแบบนี้ชัดเจนว่าเธอต้องมาแต่จิตบอยได้ครอสไปแล้วตัดดูลิสไปได้เหลือดูลิสคนเดียวนั่นคือเซ็กซี่
โอ้ไม่ผ่านด่านครับตัวนี้ครับมาแฟลชมาสวยเลยครับเราไปเก็บคอสมาแบบนี้สวยงามครับฟูเซนครับ
แล้วเข้าไปแล้วค่ะหน้าไซส์
เอาอย่างนี้ซื้อ A แล้วครับน่าจะข่าวจะคิดรัวก็น่าจะพอเลยครับว่า A แน่ๆวาง A แล้วครับได้ข่าวเลยครับท่านผู้ชมดูว่าฟูเซนจะแก้ยังไงตอนนี้5-3ครับฟูเซน
แต่น่ากลัว LP
ไม่น่ากลัวแล้ว
พี่ทีมสวยงามมากแล้วเหลือแค่2 คนสุดท้ายวินนี้เพื่อ Pay Off ฟูเซน5-2ทำไม่ได้นะฉันเชียร์เธออยู่เนี่ยพูดเลย
5-2ครับ
5-2
ฟูเซนต้องเนียมครับดังมาศูนย์หน้าไม่ไหวคิดรัวแล้วเหลือแค่เซ็กซี่คนเดียวไม่มีอะไรเหลือครับนี่แค่
ฟูเซนคนเดียวเซ็กซี่แล้วกู้ยาวลงมันก็เรียบร้อยฟูเซนสู่เพลย์ออฟ
โอ้เซ็กเคียวเพลย์ออฟเรียบร้อยครับฟูเซนครับการันตีเพลย์ออฟแล้วครับการเป็นทีมเลยว่าเจแปนสเลเยอร์ด้วย
โอ้โหต้องบอกเลยว่าเหนื่อยนะอันนี้รู้ว่าเหนื่อยขึ้นจาก10-2แล้วมันกลายเป็น12 เท่าแต่ว่ายังดีนะคะที่ในการตั้งรับนะคะช่วงท้ายแล้วกันคือฟูเซนเหมือนฟิลแบบเพิ่งเล่นรับมาไงแล้วมันเพิ่งทำรอมาได้แล้วพอมาเล่นในโอเวอร์ไทม์มันก็เลยเหมือนกับว่าเริ่มเจอทางเริ่มเข้าที่